Hello, my little baking buddies. Today we are going to make something that is just heavenly. The flavors, the simplicity of the recipe, but it scares people a lot, just like puff pastry. We are going to make chocolate souffles. Very simple ingredients: sugar, chocolate, egg yolks, and egg whites. That's it. It's so easy. There's just a method to it, and we're going to walk through it so that you can do this at home. What I want you to do is preheat your oven to 375, all right? You're going to take 4 ramekins, these nice little porcelain. You can get them at Target. You can get them just about anywhere. I'm using cooking spray to line these. I know purists want to use butter, but they can kiss my grits. This helps keep it from sticking better than butter as far as I'm concerned. So spray each one of these liberally, not conservatively. So be a Democrat with your cooking spray, not a Republican. All right, you're going to take a little bit of sugar in each one of these. Helps crust up the sides and also gives it a little bit of flavor. Not too much. And if you have any excess, just tap it out in the sink. These things are so good. It's just like this airy cloud of yummy chocolate. I mean, nothing could get more perfect. It's not heavy, but it's rich enough that it has a lot of flavor. So now that you got those buttered and sugared, let's talk about the chocolate. Okay, for your chocolate, take about 3/4 of a cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. Try and use a good, a good quality chocolate like a Ghirardelli or something. It always tastes better. So 3/4 of a cup go into a metal bowl. Now with this metal bowl, you're going to put it over a pot of simmering water. This is called a double boiler. Nothing fancy to it. What it's going to do is going to guarantee that your chocolate melts evenly, doesn't burn, and doesn't seize up. So get this melted, and it takes no time at all for this to melt, especially with the metal bowl. Okay, as you can see, our chocolate is nearly there. It's shiny. It looks so good. I mean, I could just bury my face in this. All the chocolate chips have melted evenly, and you're not going to burn it. That's the key. So let's take it back over to the counter, and I'll show you what our next step is. Okay, bring your chocolate over to a counter. What you're going to do is you're going to separate some eggs. You need 6 egg whites, 3 egg yolks, large eggs, room temperature. So set your eggs out ahead of time. To this melted chocolate, we're going to add our egg yolks. Now, when you add it, it's not gradual. Dump it in and beat it like it's done something wrong. So, because what you don't want is chocolate scrambled eggs. So, make a little hole in the middle of your chocolate, blah, blah, and go. Your chocolate's going to stiffen, but it's not going to scramble. So really get in there. Doesn't take long to incorporate that, so it's really silky and shiny and dark. Can you see that? All right. So our next step is we're going to take care of these egg whites. So get out your hand mixer. Okay, let's get set up here. You have your 6 egg whites, room temperature. Add a pinch of salt, and a pinch is literally a pinch. And let's get going on making some nice egg whites. It's not a souffle without fluffy egg whites. Whoa, turn it on. Wasn't plugged in. Here we go. Let's try this again. Turn it on medium speed until you have soft peaks. Soft peaks, they're not very glossy. They're kind of frothy, like a thicker cappuccino foam or an espresso foam on top. And there's jiggle to it. I'll show you what the jiggle looks like. So let's do medium speed for a couple minutes here. Okay, so we've been beating our 6 egg whites for about 3-4 minutes. And as you can see, it's a soft peak. They're not holding really, really stiff. And there's some jiggle Jiggle like Brandy at aerobics class. So that's soft peak. What we're going to do is turn our beaters back onto medium speed. Take 1/3 cup sugar and just slowly add that in there. You want to do medium speed on this stage to make sure all the sugar gets incorporated. You don't need your egg whites to be gritty. Once that incorporated, crank it up. 5 for stiff peaks. I'll show you what those look like. Okay. Now that, my friend, is a stiff peak. Beautiful, pillowy mountaintops, and no jiggle in the bowl. So, clean out these beaters. Set it to the side. Take about 1 cup's worth of your egg whites. Put it into your chocolate egg yolk mixture. Get that all out of there. Come on, don't waste anything. Waste not, want not for delicious souffle. Okay, at this stage, what you want to do is incorporate that egg white into the melted chocolate and mixed egg yolk. Now, at this stage, you don't have to be real gentle. I mean, don't pound the snuzz out of it like it's bread dough. But we just want to change the color of the chocolate and start making it easier to manipulate the chocolate, because it's pretty stiff after you've added those egg yolks and it's cooled off a little bit. So make sure you get all the way to the bottom of that bowl, because I see some yummy goodness in there that needs to blend with my egg whites. It'll become this gorgeous espresso chocolatey colored. I could just bury my face in this. There's a lot of things that involve chocolate that I could just bury my face in. Any kind of chunky lumpies, this is the stage to get rid of it, because you can't do it when you're folding in the rest of your egg whites. That is not going to happen and can't happen. Okay, I'll show you now that we've got that first cup incorporated into our chocolate, and it's got such a beautiful shiny texture. Look at that. That's just 1 cup. Here's where it gets crucial to make sure that your souffle works out. You want to gently get the rest of those egg whites out of the bowl. Start from top to bottom. Because you want that fluffiness. You put so much air into these egg whites to make them look like this. We don't want to deflate it. So this is where you got to have a gentle hand. You can't be heavy-handed like me. I'm so heavy-handed. It's amazing I can actually do desserts and pastries. Here's the technique that you want to do. You want to fold, fold. Just turn your bowl and fold. You're incorporating all that airiness into your original chocolate mixture. That's what is going to make your souffle puff up all beauty and pretty. So you'll look like a champ. Now this souffle has such few ingredients. If you're ever in a pinch for a really good dessert, family comes into town, friends come over, you don't know what to make. This takes nothing to make, no time at all. It's just, and it's a pretty dessert. You can serve it with some fresh fruit, some lightly sweetened whipped cream. Make it homemade, please. Don't use the stuff out of the can or that weird plastic container, because that's not real whipped cream. Fold. Look at that. Look at the airiness. Can you see that? Beautiful. Make sure you get all the way to the bottom, because you don't want it to be this swirly chocolate where it's kind of chocolatey because you left all the goodness at the bottom of the bowl. Ooh, this is looking light and airy. It reminds me of a cloud, a chocolatey cloud. Chocolate souffle would be the official dessert of Cloud City with Lando Calrissian. Did I just open my mouth and my nerd dropped out? Sure did, y'all. For anyone who loved Star Wars, Lando would appreciate this cloud dessert. And he's kind of chocolatey yum too, so this just goes perfectly. Now, look at that. Light as a feather. We are ready to pour these into our ramekins. And you want to make sure and fill it to the top. Because it's going to puff up and have that height that makes this dessert so showy. Makes you look like you're some kind of professional baker. Smoke and mirrors, baby. Smoke and mirrors. Anyone can do it. So this makes a lovely dessert for 4. You know what? Almost 5. But we're going to fill these suckers right to the tippy top. Okay. All right. Let's get those set up, and then I'll show you what you're going to need to do next. All right. What you're going to do with these, get a 9 by 13 glass or metal pan, fill it about 3/4 of an inch with water, set your ramekins in here. Make sure they're not touching each other because they will rise up. What the water bath does, it keeps the souffle from burning, but it also creates steam to really add to that poofiness. So you're going to put it into the oven. Don't open that oven door. In television shows, they showed them all collapsing. You know, don't open the oven door, the souffle's in there. It's true. Don't open it. Put it in, wait 11 minutes, and then you go in and check it. What you're going to be looking for, take an oven mitt, give it a little bit of a shake. If it still has jiggle in the middle, not on the whole outside like it's going to collapse, but jiggle in the middle, you're golden. But don't open it until then. Good luck. Okay, so I've removed my souffles out of the oven. Now I have to make a confession. I lied. Don't leave them in for 10 or 11 minutes. I did about 15. These were quite full, and at 375, it takes about 15 minutes. You want to serve these within 5 minutes of taking them out of the oven. So have your whipped cream or your powdered sugar or your diced fruit or caramel sauce or raspberry sauce, whatever you want to serve with it, have it ready to go. But let's crack into this one and see what kind of yum yum goodness is here. Look how pretty that looks. Look at that. You look like a pro. Oh la la. Nice top, like a cakey top. That's good. That, my friends, is one heck of a chocolate souffle. I'm in chocolate heaven. So good luck. Send me questions or emails. And happy baking.